What's up, F&I Fuel Team? It's Jeremiah Shelton again. Today, I want to talk to you about how to do a presentation the same way but different, okay? And I want to use Gap as an example because Gap is one of the products that is presented wrong to most customers. And let me give you an example. Pretty much every training I've been to, most F&I managers I meet, they've all been trained to present Gap this one way. And sounds like this. To the customer, they go, hey, have you ever heard what gap insurance is? Customer says yes, no, whatever, it doesn't matter. They continue, they go through like maybe a little graph and they show where your negative equity is, and they explain that if you ever get in an accident, you total your vehicle, if you happen to owe more money on your car than what it's worth, gap insurance will cover the difference. The problem with that is, usually the objection you get is, I have insurance. And the reason is, most of the public doesn't understand how insurance works. So when you ask, do you know what gap insurance is? Most of them, when they're saying yes, really don't even know. You'll get some that say, I've had a claim, I understand. Well, they're gonna buy Gap anyway. But you're getting the other people that aren't really looking to buy Gap, right? So here is a different way to say the same thing you just said. But get rid of the question, do you know what gap insurance is? Because it's horrible. It starts you off like you're selling something. Customer needs to really understand what's going on. So here's how it sounds. Mr. Customer, do you understand how a total loss would work with your insurance company? Yes, no, it doesn't matter. You're going to go through the same situation. And then you're going to give them an example where they get in an accident, which is not their fault. You get rid of the good driver thing. So, for example, imagine, a year down the road, you're at a stoplight. Light turns green, you go through it, doing everything right, obeying the law, and some teenager's texting on their phone, blows through a red light, hits you. Now you're okay, the teenager's okay, but your airbags went off. After you call the police and your family, next is your insurance company, right? They'll say yes. Now let's imagine they tow your vehicle in, deem it a total loss, and they come back and say, we're gonna total your vehicle, current value on the car is $25,000, but you still owe $32,000 to the bank. So we have a $7,000 difference there. Who do you think will be responsible for that $7,000? They're gonna say me, which means they understand how insurance companies work. They're gonna say my insurance company, because they think they have full coverage insurance and it does that and gives you an opportunity to explain how it really works. Or they're gonna say the person that hits me. But the person that hit them, their insurance company's only giving them what the value of the car is, don't care how much they owe. So in any of those situations, I can explain how it works, and then I come back and go, well, the good news is we can take care of that with gap insurance, because if this situation ever happens, that $7,000 we're talking about would be covered, plus we'll cover your insurance deductible for you. But that is the same presentation done just two different ways. But one way, you get a customer to actually admit that they understand how insurance companies work once you go through it, and then show them your product. The other way is they just agree they know what your product is, and you go through it and they say, I have insurance, or I just don't need it. Just because they don't understand what it is. As an F&I manager, when I first got into F&I, I didn't really know why we had Gap in the first place. I learned from being in the business that insurance doesn't cover your whole vehicle, the amount you owe. They only give you what it's worth. So I'm not much different than the rest of the public. So think about that, and that is the tip of the day. You guys have a good one.